Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn àgbà bọ̀ wọ́n ní kòkòrò tó ń jẹ̀gbá ìdí ìgbá ló wà o. Ṣóòótọ́ ni kòkòrò ń jẹ̀gbá àbí àfiwé ọ̀rọ̀ lásán làwọn àgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá fi ṣe. Àlàálẹ̀ tó tèmi nìyí tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá mi fetí yín gbọ́ o. Tí mo máa fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá mi mú jókòó yín dáadáa nítorí pé n ta fẹ́ gbéyẹ̀wò lórí ètò lénìí ọ̀rọ̀ tó lágbára ni o. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀yin àti èmi. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀. Àti ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan tá a máa ń gbé yálà sí ti dáadáa àbí sí tọ́nà kejì. Àkọ́kọ́ ìrìnàjò tá a máa rìn lénìí òkè ọya mo tọ́ sí o. Bí n bá pálówe pé mo ré mú ètè sọnù mo lómi ń jóná nìyẹn yẹn ní kérú ẹ̀ wá. Mo wá tẹ́rù ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún lórí ètò lénìí ni. Fọ́nrán ọ̀rọ̀ kan ló fojú léde o. Nínú fọ́nrán yìí ìfọ̀rọ̀wánilẹ́nuwò ló wáyé nínú ẹ̀. Láàárín ọ̀kan lára àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ àti ọ̀kan tó jẹ́ gbòógì nínú iṣẹ́ ọmọ ológun orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n lẹ́ni tó bá lọ sọ́yọ̀ọ́ òun náà ni ó mú nǹkan tọ̀yọ́ bọ̀. Nínú ìfọ̀rọ̀wánilẹ́nuwò tó wáyé yìí ọ̀rọ̀ bọ́ o. Èyí tí wọn ò gbọ́ ń jọ́nà ti bí èmi fúnra mi mo gbọ́. Ni mo jẹ́ fẹ́ fi àǹfààní ẹlẹ́bẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ wá nínú tẹ̀ ń wo àwọn ètò wa pé kẹ́yìn náà kẹ́yà jọ gbọ́. Ṣé ìrètí ṣì wà? Àbópin ọ̀nà ládé yìí. Kájọ wá gbọ́ kájọ mọ̀ o lórí ètò tèmi ni. Bí mo bá wá kúrò ńbẹ̀ mo ta kọ́ṣọ́ sípínlẹ̀ Niger o. A ti ń wí a ti ń gbé lẹ́nu sọ bí ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà làwọn èèyàn máa ń kú tí wèé rọrùn wọ̀ táwọn Yorùbá ń pè ní àkúdàáyà. Lórí ètò tèmi àpẹẹrẹ àkúdàáyà wà o tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ fojú yín rí kẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ fetí yín gbọ́ gbogbo àlàyé tí wọ́n ṣe ń bẹ̀. Ẹ máa wà àwòrán àkúdàáyà lórí ìdúró kì í ṣe nínú sàárè o. Àwọn àlàyé kan la ṣe fún yín ṣáájú lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí á padà mẹ́nubà ń bẹ̀ o. Àmọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn àfitígbọ́ àtàfojúrí láàtọ̀ wá mọ ibi tí ó kàn tá a fẹ́ tẹ̀sẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún bọ̀. Bí mo bá wá kúrò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ alákúdàáyà ìmí tún ṣẹlẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Libya o. Àwọn arábìnrin kan tó jẹ́ Yorùbá ni ó ń sọ lẹ́nu ní gbọmọ nínú ọkọ̀ tí wọ́n wà náà ni wọ́n ti láǹfààní àti ṣe fọ́nrán ọ̀hún fi ṣọwọ́ sóde o. Káwa tó bá aṣọ alábàápàdé. Ipò wo ni ó wà? Àyè wo ni ó wà? Ariwo wo ni ó ń pa? Kí ni ó ló ṣe wọ́n? Ẹ bá ń farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ wọn o. Bóyá ó lè ní àyè àbáǹfààní níbi tẹ́yìn náà tẹ́ ti dá sí i. Nítorí pé wọ́n ti lọ yọ̀kọ níbi tí ọwọ́ wọn ò gbé tó agbọ̀n. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lò bẹ́ẹ̀. Nítorí pé bàbá sọ pé orílẹ̀-èdè kan ò dá orílẹ̀-èdè kan ò dá. bàbá wa fi tí gbọ́rọ̀ yín pé ó mà dá mi báyìí ó mà dá mi báyìí o kí làwọn àpẹẹrẹ tí wọ́n fi lélẹ̀ fún wa tá a fi mọ̀ pé ìlú ọ̀hún ìlú ó tuni lára káwa náà tó kẹsẹ̀ sọ́nà ká tó là ń gbàbẹ lọ mò ń bọ̀ ń bẹ́ yẹn o n ò tí ì dé. bí mo bá wá kúrò ń bẹ́ o wọ́n gbà pínlẹ̀ Imo lọ gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ti mọ̀ wípé nílẹ̀ Ìgbò lọ́wọ́ yìí ó ń gbóná jọin 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 bí etí ajé ẹ̀hún bí iṣẹ́ ìdí ajere ní kí n pè torí pé bí wọ́n bá gbàjẹ́ lé ìdí àgbóná dáadáa ó ń gbóná o àwọn eléyìí wọ̀ ya àjà pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀yà Fúlàní ni bó ní kò yí tí wọ́n bá lóun ò wálé mọ́ àrọ́ ní tiwọn náà ò ṣetán àti sinmi ogun ó yá nígbà tí ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ńdògòdò sórí ilẹ̀ àwọn yìí àwọn náà wọ̀ náà báwọn ó ṣe já yín kúrò ó ní wọ́n bá wọn pò báyìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nílẹ̀ yìnbó èmi ò mú ìdọ̀hún o kẹ́yìn náà wá lọ fetí yín gbọ́ kẹ́ fojú yín wo ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́hùn bàbá wa lọ tá a bá padà dé níbi ọ̀rọ̀ bá wá kù sí àjọ wa fi tí wa gbọ́ àjọ fojú wa mọ̀ àmọ́ ẹ má gbàgbé ẹ máa bá mi ṣíà o kí wọ́n rí gbọ́ lákiri gbọ́ lóko káwọn tó àrògàn gà náà má bọ́ kí wọ́n bolè ọgbọ́n mú torí pé tó ọgbọ́n rèé níbi náà la ti ń fura wa lómi ọgbọ́n mu. ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí o ẹ dẹ̀ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yín ètò ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ètò ọmọ Oòduà tó ń wáyé lójú ìwòran yín láti iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì Wo TV níbi tá a ti ń dábí ẹdun táwa ti ń rọ̀ bí òwe bó jẹ́ pé ọba náà ló fún ọmọ tó fi orí ẹwà tó fi jíǹkì àkùkọ tiwa tó àwa náà kọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba màmá ni o òun lọ́ba tí ń ṣe tẹ̀dá kò ń rí òun lọ́ba tó mọ̀ tẹ́nìkan ò mọ̀ òun lọ́ba arínúróde o tó rọ́kàn kálukú gbogbo wa. lórí ètò tèní àjọ yọyọ nítorí pé ọ̀rọ̀ wà ńlẹ̀ o àmọ́ wọn ba ọ̀rọ̀ lèmi ò sọ kẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà létẹ́jọ́ wọn lólùfẹ́ wa kẹ́yìn náà wá pe àpérò àti ìjíròrò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún nítorí pé kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ èmi nìkan o. ẹ bá ń wá gbèrè yín fìdí àbẹ́ bá ń fìdí yín ti àpèrè mọ́lẹ̀ ká kán lágbàmì ètò tèmi ká máa bá kí náà bọ̀ bá ti ṣe máa ń ṣe ká máa kìbọnú ara wọn lẹ́lẹ́yọ̀ ẹ̀yọ́ bá ti ṣe máa ń ṣe tẹ́tí mọ̀ wá mọ̀ lánàá kó tó dé nítorí pé òdu ni wá kó láì mọ̀ fọlọ́kọ ti yín nínú ilé. béèyàn bá gbọ́jà ya ọ̀rọ̀ ó dàbẹ̀ ni pé á tẹ̀rù ẹ̀ pa. ìròyìn tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ nínú ìfọ̀rọ̀wánilẹ́nuwò tó wáyé lẹ́nu ọ̀gbẹ́ni Lucky Udu tóun náà jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ni tí àbá máa gbóṣùgbà àkálẹ̀ fọ́nrán ọ̀hún tá àbá máa gbé fún. ó ṣe ìfọ̀rọ̀wánilẹ́nuwò pẹ̀lú ọ̀kan lára àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ṣọ́ ojú ológun orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí ó daṣọ àṣírí bò nítorí kọ́rọ̀ má bàa bẹ́yìn yọ. ọmọkùnrin yìí mẹ́nuba àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ o bí mo ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo lẹ́ni tó bá lọ Ọ̀yọ́ ni ó mú nǹkan tọ̀yọ́ bọ̀ wọ́n darapọ̀ mọ́ṣẹ́ ológun àmọ́ wọn ò darapọ̀ mọ́ lásán wọ́n rán wọn níṣẹ́ nítorí pé iṣẹ́ tá a bá rán ikọ̀ kì í pa ikọ̀ àwọn lọ wọ́n bọ̀ wọ́n dé o àmọ́ kí ló ń tójú rí kí ló ń tẹ́tí gbọ́ ṣe é fẹ́ gbọ́ ṣe é fẹ́ mọ̀ ẹ súnmọ́ bí lórí ètò tèní. ẹ jẹ́ mú wa pọ̀ sókè ọ̀yà kájọ lọ fetí wa gbọ́ kájọ fojú wa wò kí ló ń tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kí làbọ̀ tí wọ́n mú wá kí làwọn ìbéèrè tí Lucky Udu ń béèrè kí làwọn èsì èyí tọ́mọ ìṣojú ológun yìí èyí tó fi ń lélẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ àjọ lọ bàbá wò tá a gbọ́ tó ta padà sórí ètò à ń padà bọ̀ o.
How many of you remember Chibok girls? This guy was one of the soldiers that was sent to rescue Chibok girls when they were kidnapped by Boko Haram. And what this guy is about to reveal is going to blow your mind. This is his experience.
Bro, I can't believe you're one of the soldiers that was sent to rescue Chibok girls.
I am.
The security situation of Nigeria, do you think it's going to get better anytime soon?
Honestly speaking, I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon.
Why do you say so?
because it's deeper than what we think. It's deeper than what people see. Because there are a lot of players behind the insecurity going on currently in Nigeria. People that are supposed to fight the insecurity, they are behind it.
Can you tell us some of the things you experience that is making you speak this way?
I'll give an example. In Zamfara, we had an intel about a particular guy that manufactures AK-47. So we got the order to go arrest this person. When we got to the community, we saw this man with more than 50 AK-47.
Wow.
He has lived almost all of his life in Russia. He knows how to manufacture weapons. So we arrested this guy, and 15 to 20 minutes later, we got a call from someone at the top, and we were ordered to release him at that spot. And not just to release him, to escort him back. So we had to let him go instantly.
Wow.
That is just one of the things we face, because as soldiers, we obey orders, we don't question orders. So if we're ordered to do something, we do it. For order to release somebody, we just follow the orders.
I can't believe this. What are some of the other things you've experienced that has made you conclude that it will be difficult for insecurity to stop in Nigeria?
You know, I've worked with some paramilitary as well. Not just the army. Like, the army is not just responsible for the insecurity in the country. Like, I've worked with paramilitaries, and I have seen a situation whereby police were called that they were robbers, that some robbers were robbing people on the highway, and they received a call not to disturb those robbers.
Are you serious?
Honestly.
Jesus Christ, I find this hard to believe.
That's why I said it's deeper than what people see or people think. If you're not in it, I just feel like insecurity for now is not going anywhere. And sorry to say, it might be getting worse, because nobody is doing anything about it. Kidnappers, they're being paid ransom. Armed robbers, even if they get caught, they'll be released. The system, not just the system, is corrupt.
The system is corrupt.
The system is just so corrupt.
Wow, this is really crazy. So, tell us about your experience with the Chibok girls.
I'll say it's a nightmare, because we lost some good people, some good soldiers. When we went to rescue those Chibok girls, this particular place was Damboa. So we went there, and already they knew we were coming. So some of them dashed, they ran away. And the ones that we met, we exchanged fire with them. At some point, they tried using the women as cover.
As shield.
As shield, because they know we will not engage. Though none of the women were killed, but the Boko Harams that we killed, surprisingly, these women were upset with us.
The Chibok girls.
The Chibok girls, the ones we met, they were 21 in numbers. They were crying because we killed their husbands. Because some of them have kids already.
Oh.
Some of them, all of them are married to the Boko Haram there.
Stockholm syndrome.
So they were upset. They were not ready to leave that bush. They were fighting us for killing their husbands. Even when we tried forcing them inside our helos to bring them back to town, they refused. We had to apply force to bring them back.
So the Chibok girls were not even interested to be rescued?
They were not. They were not.
It seems they were really comfortable with this.
They were okay there because
they had fallen in love with the bandits.
I just don't understand the reason why, but we were all surprised because we came to rescue you people, but they were fighting us because we've killed their husbands.
Wow, this is crazy.
The army, soldiers are doing a lot, but people only get to see the negative side on social media. But when it comes to Boko Haram, bandits, and the rest, we've lost so many soldiers. The civil population don't get to feel what we're feeling.
The trauma
and everything.
The things you have to lose. Yeah.
Because for every soldier that has been in Operation Lafia Dole in Borno State, once you leave that bush, you will never be the same. At some point, you will become something you never thought you would be. Probably a monster. Because you have to do some certain things to survive. It's either you kill or get killed. As long as you're posted to Borno State, that's just the only option you have.
So you have to pull the trigger at all times.
You just have to pull the trigger.
At what age did you join the Nigerian army?
Though the age to join the army is 18, but I was barely 17 when I joined the army, because it was easier for me because I came from a military background. My dad is also a soldier. My uncle is a soldier. I have cousins, and my elder brother is also a soldier. So it was easier for me because all my life it has always been about the military. It's the only thing I know.
So at the point you got involved in military combat, were you disappointed to realize that the structure is corrupt?
Very disappointed.
You didn't know that before now?
I grew up in the barracks, but I never knew
it was deeper
than what I was seeing until I got into the system and I realized that it's just too much. It's just too much. I never thought that. I was in secondary school when Boko Haram started their struggle. I never thought that it would last to the point that I would come and join that fight, which I did, and till date Boko Haram is still existing.
Do you think that fight is ever going to end?
I don't know, but I don't think it's going to end anytime soon because a lot of people are benefiting from it. A lot of people are benefiting from it.
There was someone I interviewed. What do you mean by a lot of people are benefiting from it? Do you want to say something about that?
Whenever the government brings money for certain things, those things are not done. The money doesn't get to the right places and the right people, especially for weapons, ammunition, feeding. Certain people benefit from it. And also, when some soldiers die in the bush, the families are not aware that the governments are supposed to pay them.
Oh, so they are supposed to pay the family?
Yeah.
And some of these families don't get any payment?
They don't get any payment.
Like how much is it supposed to?
I don't know.
You don't know? But they are entitled
They are entitled.
Wow.
Even if you've served just one day in the army and you died in...
Your family is entitled to a certain amount of money.
But a lot of people are not aware. So that money is being paid.
Yeah.
But someone is
benefiting from it.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So for some people, the whole Boko Haram thing is a means of income to them. And they'll do anything not to stop that income from coming.
Because they are making so much
money from it.
That's crazy. Somebody I interviewed said that he was adopted by Boko Haram and he noticed that Nigerian Red Cross and some NGOs were involved. They were even supporting these Boko Haram people. They will bring them supplies. So I don't know if that statement is true or false.
Very true.
Are you sure?
We've known about certain NGOs that they will come to our camp, collect information, go to Boko Haram camp, and give them details.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like, at some point, we had to stop NGOs from coming to the camp. Till date, NGOs don't go to certain places where soldiers are in that Borno State.
They were leaking
They
information.
were leaking information, the numbers of soldiers, the kind of weapons, everything they see, they get to report back to Boko Haram.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's what that person said. He's right. It's true.
And it's possible these NGOs are making so much money too.
Yeah,
From this insurgency.
they are making money from it too. That's why I said a lot of people are benefiting from it. A lot of people.
Wait, though, why are these NGOs supporting these bandits, this Boko Haram?
Because it's a means of income to them.
And they give them supplies.
Yes.
Do
There
they
are
think
people that also contribute to these NGOs because so many people have lost their homes. So many people in Borno State don't have a home right now. So many people would donate to these NGOs thinking they are helping these people. But the NGOs are helping themselves. But they still have some NGOs with good intentions.
Yeah,
But most of them are corrupt.
very corrupt. I've watched
Most
some
of them are
documentaries.
corrupt.
I also hear that there are some human rights organizations that
Yes.
think that these bandits and kidnappers, these Boko Haram people, should not be attacked.
True.
You understand that they should be arrested and not executed.
True.
Is that statement true?
Very true. Some human rights, they don't value the lives of soldiers, but they value the lives of these insurgents, Boko Haram. Boko Haram, to them, Boko Haram can kill soldiers, but soldiers cannot just kill Boko Haram. That is the reason why a certain human rights, they sued the army because they felt like the army was killing Boko Haram unjustly. They've sued the army entirely, the chief of army staff. Like, they just feel like soldiers are supposed to not harm these terrorists. We should arrest them and they should follow the proper channel, which they don't. Because we've seen cases where you will arrest somebody and the person will come back in a week later with a fresh attack. And most of the time, we don't go to their camp. They come to our camp. They come to our camp. They launch the attack most of the times. Leaving your family behind, you will get to bond with different people, your colleagues. You will bond and have this brotherhood. Or at the end of the day, you might just lose somebody you're talking to in the next 5 minutes.
The feeling of going to the war front and then returning alone. You're not returning with your brothers.
Most times, if we're not experiencing an attack when the camp, like those that will be on duty will be on duty, then the rest of us will be playing card, Ludo. In the next 10 minutes, there will be an attack. And after the attack, we just realize the person you were playing with is dead.
Try.
And sometimes the trauma that comes with it is seeing a friend of yours that was shot, but he's not dead yet. Then he's calling you for help. You can't go to him because you will get shot too. Then him dying, your conscience will fight you like you were supposed to go help him. But deep down, you know, once you leave your cover, you will get shot. Because Boko Haram, they are trained. They have snipers as well. So once you leave your trench, you're done for. Most Nigerians feel like soldiers are just heartless and they don't relate well with civilians, but it's not true. With the level of commitment that I'm not saying this because I'm a soldier, I'm saying this because I have seen the passion, the commitment from a lot of soldiers. Like, we just want this country to be better, peaceful. But it's deeper than us and it's bigger than us. We're only doing the best we can. Soldiers are on checkpoints, VIP escorts, chasing kidnappers, chasing armed robbers, bandits, Boko Haram, everywhere. Even on top of water, you will see Nigerian army there. We're everywhere, just trying to make sure that there is peace, but
And there's security.
and
in the
there's
country.
security in the country, but it's
Chai.
just a lot of soldiers have lost their life fighting for peace.
Those of you watching this video, if you see soldiers anywhere, please salute them, encourage them, show them some love, because after listening to this story, you will have a very deep insight of what people who wear those camouflages go through every day to maintain peace and order in the society that we are living in.
I also want to applaud the wives of soldiers, because in every barrack right now we have more widows
Chai.
than those that their husbands are still alive.
What are some things you've done to survive?
At the point I got lost in the bush, after an attack, the attack was so bloody that we had to withdraw. And in the course of withdrawing, we went different ways. We just scattered. And I found myself in the bush alone with just 16 rounds. And at some point, I had to keep one round for myself, that I would rather end it than allow them to catch me alive. So I had 15 rounds in the chamber, in my magazine, then one round in my pocket. That if worse comes to worse, I'll end it, because it will be more brutal if they capture me alive. So I was in the bush for 3 days, searching for a way out, and because of thirst, I had to drink my pee. I drank my urine because of thirst, and I got to a point I had no urine in me anymore. I could not pee anything.
No food, no water.
And God so kind, there is no food, no water, nothing. And I passed out the third day. I had no idea where I was. I just passed out. And when I woke up, I was in the headquarters, and I was told a Fulani man brought me. He brought me, I was on top of his camel. He carried my weapon and brought me back to our headquarters. I don't know how he looks like. I didn't see him, but the Fulani man saved my life.
Yeah, wow.
I was vulnerable. He could have taken my weapon or killed me instantly. But he saved my life, a Fulani man that I've never seen before till date. I don't know how he looks like. But he saved my life, and I'm forever grateful. Because for a day, I will never in my life, because we look at it like Fulanis in the bush, they work with Boko Haram.
Yeah.
So I will never for a day expect a Fulani man to save me. But God so kindly did.
I can't imagine all you've been through, bro. Like, the day you signed up to become a soldier, your life never remained the same.
Nope. I never thought that 90% of soldiers did not join this job to fight for the country. 90% are just looking for job.
Oh, they are just looking for jobs.
Yes.
Not that they are passionate about their motherland.
They're not. But in the course of that, you find yourself being passionate. You find yourself doing it because you just want everybody to be okay. You just want the country to be peaceful. A lot of us join the job because we just need we just need an income, a source of income to put food on the table. Because no sane person will choose to do this job because they love this job. There is nothing to love about dying. We know if a building is on fire and you will see somebody giving an order to soldiers to go in, and you can't question that order. Where fighting is heavy, that is where they push us to. And we have to do it. That is how bad it is. We have to do it, or else some innocent people will die. So most of the time we lay down our lives for these people without them knowing. Most of the time, 90% of whenever a soldier is killed, somebody elsewhere was saved. But people don't get to see that part. They only get to see the part of where soldiers. I'm not going to deny the fact that soldiers don't molest civilians.
Harass civilians,
intimidate them. I am not denying that part, but that is not the only thing about the military. We have some good parts. We have some good in us. We've laid down our lives. We've sacrificed everything. And for those of us that have been in that bush, our life will forever experience PTSD.
Do they give you guys mental support?
No.
No access for is it rehab or something?
No. They just feel like you're a soldier, you are good to go.
Wow.
For like 6 months, if I'm walking by a field and I hear the sound of whistle, I'll be scared. I'll feel like, yes, something is about to happen, because in the bush, whenever I hear the whistle, it's for red alert, they are coming. So for like 6 months straight, whistle was messing with me. And if I hear a sound of certain sounds, maybe like thunder, I'll feel like they've launched an RPG. And I'll be ready, even without holding a weapon, because I'll be feeling like I'm still in the bush. And a lot of soldiers are going through that same PTSD.
The trauma.
And some, they've lost their family because of it, because some of them cannot handle it around their family. Some will resort to drinking, and it's very hard. It's very hard. Some don't get to sleep well because it's always nightmares. Seeing friends that you've lost. It's so difficult for a lot of soldiers.
Wow. The people who kidnap and the Boko Haram, are they the same thing?
We believe that most of the times Boko Haram, they have this disagreement within themselves. They get to break up. Why some will go to another state and form a different thing. Those ones we call bandits. They will leave Borno states, go to other states like Zamfara, Kaduna, Bauchi, and all those northern area, and start kidnapping people for money. Boko Haram, they don't kidnap for money. They don't call for ransom. But bandits, once you break from that group, you're no longer funded. You need to create your own funds. So they just dive into kidnapping, collect ransoms, and the way it's going, we think that some of these bandits are now being funded. Some of them are now being funded because you can as a Nigerian, you can commit a crime. It will be very easy to track you. But it's difficult to track a bandit. Tracking of bandits is not the job of the military. Tracking of people is not the job of the military.
Whose job is that?
They know. They know themselves. They know it's their job. And they don't do it because I guess it's bigger than them too. That is the reason why currently you see bandits coming on TikTok, on live video, do giveaway, flaunting their weapons, and nothing will happen to them. But as a regular citizen, just come online and say something off, you'll be tracked and arrested.
Like there was a guy who named his dog Buhari.
Yes, he was arrested.
He was arrested all the way from Anambra State, right?
Yes. Even there was a northern guy that said something about Buhari's wife, that she's getting fat, she's enjoying Nigerians' money. He was arrested that same day. That same day. So, for Boko Haram for bandits to come on live video, be doing giveaway, flaunting their weapon, flaunting cash, insulting the president, and still nothing happens, that means the system is messed up.
Crazy.
That's just the height of it. It's a slap to the country. The system is just corrupt.
Wow. In fact, I don't even know what to say. We've said a lot, and this is really overwhelming. I wasn't even expecting such. I know that there are so many other things you want to talk about, but they are just too sensitive that you can't even begin to talk about them. Like there was something you told me behind the scenes, and I don't even want to talk about it here because I spoke to my lawyer and he advised us not to talk about it here. If we were to talk about it, Jesus Christ, I am not sure some of you watching this video will be comfortable anymore. So it's best not to even bring it up. Wow, this is really crazy.
And we have a lot of corrupt people in this country. A lot. Because we've had names, we've had requests from certain people not to touch certain people. And you will just be wondering why. But you can't do anything about it. Because as discipline is the bedrock of the military. You have to obey any order. So you don't get to question why you have to release this person. We don't prosecute, we only hand over to police. But we know the outcome. Once we hand over suspects to police, we know the outcome. Just be ready to see that person again. That is why most of the time we prefer ending them than handing them over
to police.
Because you ending them will save a lot of lives.
So it's looking as if police is the most corrupt security agencies in Nigeria.
There are good policemen, but I would say there are a lot of corrupt men in there.
Some of them are only following instructions too.
Yeah.
And it's possible some of the instructions are not even coming within the police force. It's coming from outside.
Exactly.
And there are lots of security agencies in Nigeria.
A lot.
That nobody really talk about day to day. We only talk about the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police, Nigerian military, Nigerian police.
Most of the blames are being pushed to the army. Most of the blames of insecurity are being... soldiers cannot be everywhere. Soldiers cannot be everywhere. If you go to the barrack, you will hardly see up to 50 soldiers in some barracks. Because soldiers are outside.
They're outside. They're at every junction. They're on the streets. They're even doing the job of police, civil defense, everything. So army were just everywhere. We need to celebrate the Nigerian army enough. You know why there are some bad eggs there.
We have a lot of good people
who are willing to sacrifice their lives daily for these people. You know, there's this song Chike sang. It's called Soldier.
I've heard about
you've heard the song. You know, there are a lot of people who have actually dedicated songs about the Nigerian army, and these are just some of the people who think that soldiers should be appreciated. Maybe they've lost someone, or maybe they've had personal experiences. We never can tell, but with this video, it should be enough to sensitize people about some of the challenges that the Nigerian military face.
True.
And some of the sacrifices that they have to make daily to protect this society. I really don't know what to say. I just hope that God is going to send a Moses to come and help us and rescue us, because this is not just about civilians that are worried about insecurity. Even the Nigerian army too are also worried about insecurity. Like he said, sometimes he could be eating and playing games with his colleagues, and the next minute that person is gone. There's an ambush. Do you understand? So the idea of worrying about security is not just for civilians alone, it's for everyone. So nobody really knows how long we'll continue to bear this. Who is going to save us? Who is going to be that leader that will come and bring change, make a difference?
We're still waiting.
We are still waiting. We are still hoping. So, brothers and sisters, at this junction, we might just have to conclude this very interview. If there are questions you want to ask, feel free to drop them in the comment section or come to my DM so we can make more interviews about things like this, so we educate people about issues like this. It's very important. Please do well to share this video, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your time. Thanks for making out time to share your experience. Do you have anything you'd like to say in conclusion, or should I wrap up?
I'll urge the civil population to appreciate soldiers more.
Yeah.
Because they just don't get to see the other side of the army, aside the negative parts on social media
that is being put out there.
Yes, a lot of soldiers have gone down for their sake. So at least appreciation will go a long way. Saying thank you to a soldier means a lot. And we don't hate civilians, we love civilians, and they are the reason why we're doing this.
Let's make some 1 minute video appreciation for the soldiers. You can tag me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Let's just show them some appreciation. If you get to see them anywhere, you can get them packs of water, packs of drinks, give them some money, some words of encouragement, some prayer. Do you understand? These are jobs that most of us will not be so confident enough to do. Yet these people wake up, they sign up for it. Even with all this experience, they are still in need. They have no option. They can't, if they back out, who is going to keep the society safe? Yet these people are underlooked, underappreciated, and undervalued. It doesn't have to continue this way anymore. My brothers and sisters, I firmly believe that I've created a community of positive minds. Let's make this video go as far as it can. And to everybody who has watched this video, I hope your perspective change about the Nigerian soldier, because this is just one perspective. Let's begin to show them love and appreciation. Let's give it to them. They've never had that so much attention of people appreciating them, rather people pulling them down. So let's give them their moment this time around. Thank you so much for watching this very video. We'd like to say bye to our viewers. Bro, let's say bye to the viewers. Bye and thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà. Ṣé ẹ ti fojú yín wò ó? Ṣé ẹ ti fetí yín gbọ́? Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, kí ló dé tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ tá à ń ṣèkà ara wa? Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú àwọn alágbára orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni ó jókòó sáàyè òun ṣe mí, òun gbà mí, tí ò jẹ́ ká mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ràn ẹni? Ṣé ìfẹ́ ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ni wọ́n ní? Àbálátakò orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n? Iṣẹ́ táwọn kan ń ṣe tí èyí tó wọ́n jẹ́, táwọn kan jókòó síbì kan tó ń rán àwọn kan ṣe pé kí wọ́n lọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ gbà wá. Òròmi tó máa ń jó lórí omi mà ni. Ṣẹ́yìn ò mọ̀ pé sàlẹ̀ ló nílùú ẹ̀ wà? Wọ́n ń àtáàkì kọmíṣánná, wọ́n ń àtáàkì mínísítà, wọ́n ń àtáàkì gbá, wọ́n ń àtáàkì àwo. Àwọn wo ni ó ń na pọ̀pá ọ̀rọ̀? Àwọn wo ni ó ń ṣètọ́ka sí? Ńbo wọ́n wà? Ńbo làpèjúwe ilé wọn? Ńbo làdírẹ́sì wọn? Èmi á máa pèrú àwọn tó bá ń jarújà báyìí lọ́lẹ̀. Èmi á máa pè wọ́n lọ́lẹ̀. Ìdí rèé, àìlèjà ń lójúde bàbá mi ò déyìn. Béèyàn bá tó gbangba ọ̀rọ̀ sùn lọ́yẹ̀, ayé ẹ̀ ní Èkó. Wọ́n wá sapamọ́, wọn ò sì jáde sọ́mọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà kí wọ́n jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin o, ẹ̀yin lẹ wà ń di ọ̀rọ̀ àìsí ààbò orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Kẹwàá rí tú tí àwọn èèyàn wọn ti fara gbà. Kẹwàá rí tú èyí tí àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa tán máa pa. Kẹwàá rí àrà tí àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ní gbogbo ẹ̀yà káàkiri, kẹwàá rí àrà tí wọ́n fẹ́ dá. Àmọ́ wọ́n sápamọ́, wọ́n ja gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lólè. Àwa ò mọ̀ yín, àmọ́ Ọlọ́run bá mọ̀ yín. Ọjọ́ ló ń pẹ́, ìpàdé yìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá a bá ní kí bàbá ó máa gbọ́, bàbá náà mà ní ó padà parí ẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ ti ń gbọ́rọ̀ báyìí? Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yẹn o. Ta lẹ̀yin ṣẹ̀, ta lèmi ṣẹ̀? Gbogbo àwọn tó ti kú lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, ta ni wọ́n ṣẹ̀? Irú aró wo ni wọ́n yọ lára ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà? tó ń fi wá gba ọ̀nà ààbò tí wọ́n fi yọ sórílẹ̀-èdè yìí nítorí pé àwọn náà mọ̀ yìí pé gbogbo àwọn tí ó ń dọ́ ìwò ni wọ́n mọ̀ yìí pé ìlú tí ò bá ti sí ààbò kò sálàáfíà ńbẹ̀ kò sí fọkànbalẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ ipò tí wọ́n fi gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè sí nìyẹn o. Mo ṣàfihàn fọ́nrán kan fún yín lánàá lórí ètò tí mo ṣe níbi tọ́rọ̀ ti jáde lórí ọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yìí náà ní o ìmí ìlẹ̀ tún gbọ́ lẹ́nu àwọn tó jọmọ ológun orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yìí o tó ń bí agbérí mọ́ ń bẹ̀ làwa máa fi bí abéjì bò bẹ̀ la máa ti fi lẹ̀ o ibi tá a gbérí mọ́ nìyẹn. ìdùnnú wa kàn ní pé ẹ ti bá wa wò ẹ ti bá wa gbọ́ ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá wò tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ yìí ẹ má wàá dá gbọ́ ẹ má dá wò ẹ bá mi share ẹ̀ kí wọ́n gbọ́ lákè kí wọ́n gbọ́ lóko káwọn tó àrògbọ́n àga náà má bọ́ kí wọ́n bomi ọgbọ́n mu torí pé tó ọgbọ́n rèé níbi la ti ń fúnra wa lómi ọgbọ́n mu. bí bá bí ni ẹ gbọ́ bí bá bí ni o ilẹ̀ ó máa bí gbogbo òṣìkà orílẹ̀-èdè lérí ìkọ̀kan báyìí èmi gbàládùra pé kọ̀ọ̀kan báyìí ń lọ́mọ wọ wọn máa yọ. tó ẹ̀ǹbí àrídé nìyẹn o ìyẹn o níyà abẹ yẹn bí ọlọ́run ọba ẹ jẹ́ ń tẹ̀síwájú lórí ètò tì ní láàní dóònà pẹ̀nu. arákùnrin kan ni wọ́n ṣàfihàn ẹ o nínú fọ́nrán o àti máa ń ṣe lálàyé fúnra wa pé àkúdàáyà àmọ́ ń jọ́tà àkúdàáyà bá ti fojú kọ ẹni tó mọ̀ ọ́ ńjọ́ náà ni wọn ò ní rí mọ́ o ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ wọn a máa gbé láàrin èèyàn bí wọ́n bá dàkúdàáyà lóòótọ́ ṣàkúdàáyà lọ́gbẹ́ni ọ̀hún àbí wọ́n kàn lo ẹ̀dà ọ̀rọ̀ ni nítorí pé ohun tá a gbọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìgbàgbọ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni pé ńjọ́ tí àkúdàáyà bá ti kú tí ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé kò tí ṣetán àti lọ ọ̀run irú wọn máa ń yíra padà wọn á gba àlùbò míì lọ wọn á fẹ́ yàwó bí ó bá ìfẹ́ yàwó wọn á bímọ tí wọn bá ì ti bímọ. àmọ́ láàrin àsìkò tó fi ń gbénu lú yẹn bí wọ́n bá lọ ṣe kòńgẹ́ ẹni tó mọ̀ wọ́n rí èèyàn ò ní padà rí wọn mọ́ o wọ́n lọ́nu nì ní ò bá wá di ọkọ mi dà àwọn tí wàá mọ̀ ń pa àrìn àjò ẹ̀ kí lẹ fẹ́ kí wọ́n sọ. àmọ́ Ǹdáchè ni wọ́n pa orúkọ arákùnrin yìí wọ́n ní nípínlẹ̀ Niger kódà wọ́n sọ débi tí ẹ̀yin tí ó lápẹ̀rẹ̀ létí tẹ̀yìn náà èmi ò wá mú yín lọ kájọ lọ gbọ́ o kí ló tí ó sọ nípa arákùnrin ọ̀hún bá a bá wá padà sórí ètò á wà tẹ̀síwájú ó ti yá.
ẹ̀rẹ̀ arákùnrin là ń pè ní Ǹdáchè tó wà ní ìlú Kútíkí Niger State tá a jọ ń gbé àkúdàáyà ni kódà àmọ́bi tí sàárè rẹ̀ wà ó ti kú wọ́n tún mú wá sínú ayé títún bá wa gbáyé níbẹ̀ tí rí ẹ̀rí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ máa ń sọ pé kò sí àkúdàáyà ni àjọ wà ní ìlú Kútíkí ni ó ti kú ọjọ́ ti pẹ́ èsì tún bá wa gbáyé lárákùnrin tẹ̀rí òun là ń pè ní Ǹdáchè ó wà ní ìlú Kútíkí Niger.
ẹ káàbọ̀ padà Ǹdáchè lẹ́ ń wò lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọn yẹn o ó dùn mí torí pé Yorùbá náà ni wọ́n fi ṣe gbogbo àlàyé yìí. Ǹdáchè tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń rí yìí ni wọ́n sọ fún wa pé wọ́n ló ti ó ti lé lógún ọdún táwọn fúnra ara wọn táwọn sọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n mójú olórí ẹ̀ báyìí. ẹni tó wá ń sọ fún wa pé àwọn mójú olórí ẹ̀ ṣó kú lójú wọn ni àbí báwo ló ṣe jẹ́ tí wọ́n dúró lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ àkúdàáyà tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń tọ́ka ẹ̀ fún gbogbo ayé pé àkúdàáyà rèé. ibi tí ó dàbẹ̀ ni pé kọ́lọ́fín wà tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá mi fojú wò bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wá ní nǹkan kan lọ́kàn ẹ lè kọ ṣọwọ́ sórí comment section nítorí pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ohun tí wọ́n fojú ẹ̀wọ̀n tí wọ́n sọ yìí ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ló ṣe ń rí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé àkúdàáyà ó tún sí láǹfààní àti wá sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára social media tó máa wá ṣàfihàn pé ẹni báyìí o àkúdàáyà rèé o kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ rò tó bá lọ já sí pé àwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ tí wọ́n jẹ́ èèyàn ẹ̀ wọ́n wá rí lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára ńkọ́ àti pé kí ló sì dúró ṣe láàrin wọn nígbà táwọn mọ̀ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń tọ́ka pé àwọn mójú olórí ẹ̀ léyìí tó ń túmọ̀ sí pé ó ṣeé ṣe kí wọ́n mọra wọn kó tó di gbẹ́ni òun jáde láyé àmọ́ òun náà ni wọ́n sọ pé òun sì ń wò lórí ìdúró yìí báwo ló ṣe wá jẹ́, bó bá nítumọ̀ míì gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá tọ́rọ̀ ọ̀hún yé ju àwa lọ, ẹ bá wa kọ́ ṣọwọ́ o sórí comment section. Kí lòun tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀, kí làwọn àlàyé tẹ́ ẹ tún lè rí ṣe fún wa láfikún lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún, nítorí pé nígbà tí mo rí fọ́nrán ọ̀hún ó yà mí lẹ́nu, ó jọ mí lójú wípé àkúdàáyá ò tún dó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tó mọ̀, tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tá a gbọ́ ni pé ebi mo sọ̀tàn kan fún yín, ẹ jẹ́ n sáré rán yín létí tí mo ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Agége ń bí, nínú tàbọ̀ntàbọ̀ ń bí, tí mo lárakùnrin ọ̀hún orí ọ̀kadà ni wọ́n ti rí tó fi lọ. èèyàn tó gbé ó ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀kadà, èèyàn tó gbé lẹ́yìn tí yẹn ń wà kọ̀yìn sí, tí yẹn wò ládẹ́yìn pé ṣẹ́ni báyìí rí ẹni báyìí àbó nǹkan àbó èèyàn méjì ayé o àbó ni. ó yẹn wà lẹ́ni kó ń pè wò ni lọ́wọ́ tó pè báyìí orí ọ̀kadà tí wọ́n jọ wà ó lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. nígbà tá a bá ń fojú wa rí gbogbo ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ báyìí tá a tún wá fi tiwa gbọ́ ìtàn tún wí èwo la fẹ́ gbàgbọ́ ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá o. àmọ́ kí wọ́n tó wá dà wá lọ́pọlọ rú, kí wọ́n tó gbin nǹkan míì sí ìyàn lórí, ẹ jẹ́ ká afọrere ẹ̀ síta o. kẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ àgbàlagbà ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́ ẹ tún mọ̀jà wa lọ, ẹ bá wa tẹ̀ látẹ̀jíṣẹ́ sórí comment section yín o. kẹ́ ẹ wá máa bá mi ṣíà ẹ̀ kí wọ́n gbọ́ láké, kí wọ́n gbọ́ lóko, káwọn tó wá rọ̀gbọ̀n àgà náà má bọ́, kí wọ́n wá bomi ọgbọ́n mu, nítorí pé ìta rí rèé ẹ bá wa rí o, èyí tá a tún gbọ́ rèé o, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ bá wa gbọ́ o. kò ní jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ o ní àtibẹ̀ yẹn. èmi ó tẹ̀síwájú ń fi tó kù lẹ̀ fún àwọn àgbààgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. tó ibo ní fẹ́ yà sí báyìí o. mo ní orílẹ̀-èdè Libya mo lọ, Libya táwọn Super Eagles wá ti bẹ̀ tọ́sẹ̀ ti bẹ̀ dé, tá a dẹ̀ gbọ́rú ìròyìn tí wọ́n mú bọ̀ wá fún wa o. kí la ìròyìn wo làwọn eléyìí náà ṣe o, kí ni ó ló ṣe wọ́n o, níbo ni wọ́n dé dúró o, àwọn wo ni wọ́n ń kérora sí, àwọn wo ni wọ́n fẹ́ kán wá ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó ẹnu bàbá wò kọ́ lẹ́ ti gbọ́, ẹ jẹ́ àjọ lọ́gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn. àǹfààní tí wọ́n ní náà fi ṣe fọ́nrán tí wọ́n fi sórí ẹ̀rọ alátagbà kékeré gbogbo ayé ó máa bá wọn wò, kí wọ́n máa bá wọn gbọ́ o, tí wọ́n fi pe gbogbo àwọn alẹ́ lọ́rọ̀ pé kí wọ́n wá dá sọ́rọ̀ ọ̀hún. bá a bá lọ tá a bá padà sórí ètò a máa tẹ̀síwájú o lórí ọ̀rọ̀ míì tá a fẹ́ fi ṣàfikún. ó ti yá.
wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ nu dẹ́sẹ̀tì ṣe wáyé lónìí o,
inú dẹ́sẹ̀tì rí o, ẹjọ́ ṣàánú wa o, mọ́tò la wà fún for the past 2 hours o, nínú 2 hours díẹ̀ o, mọ́tò la wà for the past 2 hours àárí mọ́ àárí ilé àárí everything o, ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ti rí ó rèé o, ní mọ́tò la wà o.
ọlọ́run tó etí ti náà ṣẹ́ríkà ló gbé wa lọ o.
ṣẹ́ríkà ni ṣẹ́ríkà là ń ṣe o.
àwa ti ṣiṣẹ́ ní o.
ó rèé o, ẹ ṣàánú wa o.
torí ọlọ́run ànígbé sáájú ohun gbọmọ Nàìjíríà tó wà lórí bí i.
ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí o, òun lẹ ti wò àbí ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́ wọn ìgbé tí wọ́n ń ké nìyẹn. wọ́n wá ń dárúkọ àkàṣẹ́nà kan àbí nǹkan kan tí wọ́n ní ó máa wọn, èmi ò bóyá orúkọ ọmọ Libya ni o, bóyá orúkọ ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni o, èmi ò mọ̀, ìbípè lèmi ò mọ̀, torí wọn mọ ohun tí wọ́n so pọ̀ kí wọ́n tó fi sọ orúkọ ọ̀hún. orúkọ tí wọ́n bá sọ lójú èèyàn tí èèyàn fi tí ẹ̀ gbọ́ nígbà tí wọ́n sọ súná ńlá mọ̀ pé o bí wọ́n ṣe pè ńlá mo bá bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe gbọ́ bí mo ṣe bó ṣe yé mi mọ́ ni mo ṣe pè yẹn, ẹ má bínú. àmọ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ tí wọ́n dárúkọ ẹ̀ fún ara wọn nínú fọ́nrán yẹn wípé àwọn òun ló ní káwọn wá bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́. ṣé dẹ́sàtì náà ti fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ni? àbí ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn lásán ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀tàn ni? ṣé kìí ṣe pé wọ́n ní àjẹ́ńdà míì lórí àwọn ará bí yìí? nítorí pé bí ò bá ní táwọn náà rí ẹ̀mí ti bẹ̀ sí ní gbọ̀n nìyẹn o. náà yóò gbọ́dá bí ó bá jẹ̀jẹ̀ pé bí náà nìrìn àjò pín sí, yá kàn sáwọn tí wá ń lù, yá jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé Libya láwa o, nǹkan báyìí ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ sí wa o, ẹni mú wa lọ ó ti já wa sọ́lọ́pọ́n o. ó ti mú mi gbọ́, ó ti mú mi ṣe. àmọ́ àwọn ń kégbèjarì síbò ẹni tí ẹ jẹ́jọba orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà o, àtẹ̀yìn alẹ́nu lọ́rọ̀ pàápàá jùlọ ẹni tó jẹ́ aṣojú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, arábìnrin Àbíkẹ́ Dábírí Eréwà, wọ́n kégbàjarì sẹ́yìn náà àti ẹ̀kí yín kúṣẹ́ torí pé ẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. kódà à ń rí à ń ṣe àfojúrí gbogbo àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ́ ń gbé lórí àwọn ọmọ wa tó ti wà ní Ghana láwọn ìgbà kan tó wà ní Libya náà ìgbà kan tí wọ́n wà nínú ẹ̀wọ̀n tí wọ́n kégbàjarì gbogbo ẹ̀ la rí. ẹ kúṣẹ́ o, kò ní sú yín, kò ní rẹ̀ yín, ọlọ́run dẹ̀ máa fún yín ṣe, yóò máa kún yín lápá. àwọn ètò pariwo yìí náà níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá jẹ́ ń fojú rí fọ́nrán tẹ́ ń fi ti yín gbọ́, ipò tí wọ́n wà ò lè sọ o, àmọ́ ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ pọ̀ ẹlẹ́gẹ́ ni wọ́n wà, torí pé gbogbo àyíká ibi tí wọ́n wà yẹn wọ́n náà wọ́n rìn fọ wákàtí bíi méjì, àwọn ò rí ilé kankan ṣoṣo. bẹ́ẹ̀ bá dẹ̀ gbàgbé wípé láwọn àárín kan àwọn kan á máa ríra wọn bọ́nú lẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé òjijì náà wọ́n yọ síyàn bujà tí wọ́n ní kí ló wà lára yín, kí ló wà lọ́wọ́ yín. mo ti rántí ìgbà kan tó máa láwọn kan ṣe wọ́n travel by road, wọ́n rìn lórí desert. ìròyìn tá à ń gbọ́ngbà náà ni pé wọ́n láwọn Fúlàní tá à ń sọ yìí nígbà náà ni o, àmọ́ bó sì ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ o, àmọ́ àwọn Fúlàní náà ni wọ́n máa ń dárúkọ wọn fún wa nígbà yẹn pé torí akéré pé béèyàn bá ń lọ by road, àwa náà ní kí àgbà abẹ́ torí bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọdé bá ṣì wà lára èèyàn bí ó bá méjì bá ń gbọ́ ó fẹ́ lọ fojú ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ńbẹ̀. àmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ kan ní wọ́n sọ létí wa bí wọ́n wá fi dẹ́rù bà wá nígbà náà àwa ò lè sọ, àmọ́ tí wọ́n máa ń sọ ni pé wọ́n á ní àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n máa béèrè pé kí o pé Nàìjíríà wọ́n gbọ́ngàn wọ́n ti mú owó síkùn, wọ́n máa wá yakùn àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n máa ya fùrọ̀ wọn gbogbo ihò bí tí wò wà tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé wọ́n lè kówó bọ̀ gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa tú wò nínú ara wọn, débi pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òkú ni wọ́n sọ pé ó ń wà ní dẹ́sàtì gbogbo àtà ń sọ yìí. àwa kéré àmójúwá débi àgbọ́ lẹ́nu àwọn tí wọ́n jù wá lọ ni. a lè sọ pé ó sì ń ṣẹlẹ̀, a lè sọ pé kò ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́, àmọ́ wò dọ̀hùn àmọ́ bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. àmọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n lọ yìí tí wọ́n pariwo yìí èmi ò rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ o sí gbogbo ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, ẹ̀yin alẹ́nu lọ́rọ̀ àtẹ̀yin olóṣèlú, ẹ̀yin gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lágbára tọ́lọ́run fún lágbára láti ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ tó ààyè ìrànlọ́wọ́ ni wọ́n wà yìí, ìrànlọ́wọ́ ni wọ́n dẹ̀ ń fẹ́ náà nígbé tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pariwo ẹ̀ ní tó lẹ́nu wọn tẹ́yìn náà ń gbọ́ yẹn o tó Ọlọ́run ò ní dá wa dá ọ̀rọ̀ tiwa nìkan, kò ní dá wa dá ṣòro wa nìkan, yóò bá wa dá sí, yóò yan olùrànlọ́wọ́ tòótọ́ àtẹlẹ́tọ̀, yóò yan tiwa láṣẹ tí Elédùmarè tó ìyẹn nìyẹn o ní abẹ yẹn o. n ò ní sọ́jú a ti pè a dẹ̀ ti ké tó sẹ́yìn tó yẹ ká ké sí, àmọ́ ẹ má gbàgbé ẹ máa bẹ́ mi ṣíà ẹ o, kí wọ́n gbọ́ wa láké, kí wọ́n gbọ́ wa lóko, káwọn tó wá rọ́gbọ́n àga náà má bọ́ o, kí wọ́n bomi ọgbọ́n mu, nítorí pé ètò ọgbọ́n rèé níbí náà láti jọ ń fúnra wa lómi ọgbọ́n mu. ẹ jẹ́ n tẹ̀síwájú. ìpínlẹ̀ Imo mo yà sí báyìí o, ní ilẹ̀ àwọn Ìgbò lọ́hùn-ún, Imo State ó ń gbóná jọjọin. ayé ògbà nínú ògbà, òwe àwọn àgbàlẹ̀ Yorùbá ni o, wọ́n á ní yàrá kó tó gbógun èèyàn bàbá fẹ́ra wa dénú. àgùntàn wà lóhun ò béwúrẹ́ ṣe, àmọ́ ewúrẹ́ ló níyà tòun òbí dúdú lọ́mọ. ọ̀rọ̀ tí wàá dìbò lọ yà mí o, wọn ò fi tèrè bára wọn ṣe mọ́ báyìí, nítorí pé fọ́nrán tó fojú léde yìí ó ṣàfihàn, ó jẹ́ ká mọ̀ yìí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́n bá ṣe gbé wá náà wọn ò ṣe gbà. nígbà tó ti jẹ́ pé ìbọn lẹ́yìn mọ̀ ọ́ lò ní àwọn Fúlàní láti máa fi darí orílẹ̀-èdè, láti máa fi darí àwọn èèyàn, láti máa fi dúnkokò, láti máa fi ṣẹ̀rùbà àwọn èèyàn. àwọn tó bá wọ́n mọ́ jẹ́ ni kì í pọ́ mọ́. bí wọ́n bá máa sọ lọ sọ́bọ̀ wọ́n lẹ́yìn ọ̀dọ̀ wọn náà wọ́n ti kọ́ṣẹ́, àbí ohun téèyàn kan máa ń lò tó bá fi ṣe èèyàn kan lọ́ṣẹ́, bóun náà bá wárò ẹ̀ lọ tó jọmọ́ lórí ṣó pọ̀ jù. ìyẹn ni ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú fọ́nrán tí mo fẹ́ ṣàfihàn ẹ̀ fún yín. ẹ wàá mójú yín lọ wò ó ni o, ẹ fetí yín gbọ́n tí wọ́n sọ ń bẹ̀. ṣé wọ́n mú un lélẹ́rẹ́, ṣé wédé ṣeré ni, ṣáwàdà ni, àbí òwe pé kì í jẹ́ ti bàbá tọmọ kó má làálàá ni wọ́n fi ń pa fún wọn. wọ́n ní wọn ìbá yínmíyínmí dùn mí, wọn yìí gbàkàtà lọ́wọ́ akitì, àwọn wọ̀nyí ṣe tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ bàbá ọmọ lọ́wọ́ ọmọ, àmọ́ àwọn ẹ̀yà Ìgbò sọ pé kò ní jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, odòdì ni Yorùbá pè ẹ jájọ lọ káyìn náà fojú yín wò kẹfẹ tí yín gbọ́n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ bàbá padà dé ká wá tẹ̀síwájú lórí ètò ẹ wò ó mẹ́wàá ṣẹlẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ ó ti yá. ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yẹ káàbọ̀ padà ṣé ẹ ti bá ń wò ẹ ti bá ń gbọ́ òun nìyẹn o ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Ìgbò bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nìyẹn o kì í ṣe ní ilẹ̀ Ìgbò nìkan káàkiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ Ìgbò ni nítorí pé àwọn ń jẹ́ kó yé wọn wípé bí nǹkan bá tó mọ ìmọ̀ mọ̀ ni má fokó ń dáná ẹ̀kan náà lèèyàn máa sọ wọ́n ti wá ń sọ lóní gbọmọgbọmọ àmọ́ ó dàgbé àwọn ará bíi wọ́n ní àwọ̀ dití bí ìbá ṣe pé wọ́n bá gbági mọ̀yàn létí èmi ò mọ bá a ṣe máa tẹnumọ́rọ̀ kan ní gbogbo ìgbà ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ní gbogbo oṣù ní gbogbo ọ̀sẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé kọ́ńtà ṣe ń tẹnumọ́ ẹ náà títí dọ̀la ọ̀sẹ̀ náà la ṣì ń tẹnu mọ́ irú agbára olúwa lọ́wọ́ wọn tí wọ́n ń lò níbo náà ti rágbára ọ̀hún àwọn wo ní sọ fún wọn pé àbáwọn wo ni wọ́n gúnyán fún wọn tí wọ́n ní tọ́bẹ̀ wọn ò ṣòro tó ọjọ́ ń bọ̀ lólúwa wí o àmọ́ ìtẹ́ rí àpẹẹrẹ pé kọjọ́ bú mi ò tó ṣẹlẹ̀ káwọn tètè falẹ̀ mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wà wò dáadáa pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe tó yìí ǹjẹ́ jínigbé ń jòrò lẹ́ńlẹ̀ Ìgbò lẹ́nu kò pẹ́ ènìyàn sì dá àwọn èèyàn kan dúró ní express kan bí ńbẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Ìgbò ní iṣẹ́ Anambra Abẹ́núgun tí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n báṣubàṣu ọ̀gbẹ́ni ọ̀hún gbẹ́pọ́n ni. ọ̀gbẹ́ni ọ̀hún gbé ẹpọ́n àtòun àtàwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ tí wọ́n wà nù mọ́tò wọ́n dà wọ́n lẹ̀ báyìí tí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n bọ́n ṣe fẹ́ tí ìbá ṣe pé Ọlọ́run ọba tó fi àwọn èèyàn tó fi dóòlà wọn ẹ̀yìn ẹwọ́rútú tí wọ́n pa káàkiri gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà báwọn ìyá Ìgbò bá wa sọ pé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ kí wọ́n kẹ́rù wọn kí wọ́n fi àdúgbò àwọn lẹ̀ fáwọn ṣó pọ̀ jù ni èèyàn ṣáà ní báyọ̀ nídìí nǹkan ẹ̀ kó sọ fún pé ó ṣe kùn rógódó àmọ́ kọkùnrin yóò tàtọ̀rìn kóbìnrin náà ó tàtọ̀rìn ẹnìkan láti lómi lẹ́yìn ẹsẹ̀ jura wọn lọ èyí náà ń lórí ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn ò dúró lé tá a dẹ̀ ṣe ń wo ibi tọ́rọ̀ ọ̀hún tó fẹ́ jalẹ̀ sí tó ẹ máa bá mi ṣí ẹ o kí wọ́n gbọ́ láké kí wọ́n gbọ́ lóko káwọn ọ̀tọ̀ àrọ̀ gbọ̀ngàn náà wàá máa bọ́ kí wọ́n farabalẹ̀ bá ń bomi ọgbọ́n mú torí pé tí ọgbọ́n rè níbí náà láti ń fúnra wa lómi ọgbọ́n ẹ ṣàjà máa báwọn ètò àbọ̀ báyìí bá a ṣe ń yọ wá fúnra wa lẹ́lẹ́yọ̀ ẹ̀yọ̀ kò ní jù báyìí lọ o lórí ètò ìfúntòní ẹ jẹ́ ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ oníyan yín kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́kàyà àti gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ bá ń fẹ́ jẹ́ pé ẹ ṣe mo dúpẹ́ tọ̀la tó ń bọ̀ yìí á jọ ṣojú gbogbo wa èmi náà ní máa wá o ẹ̀yin náà ní sì máa fojoojúmọ́ àti gbogbo bàbá ikú kan ìpẹta lójú ran o àmọ́ gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní kémi ó lọ kí n má padà sáàyè yìí mọ́ àwọn ẹ má bá ń jábọ̀ fún bí n bá lọ tọ́ nípa àwọn náà lèmi ó lọ ní padà dé nìní bá mọ́ lókè èèpẹ̀ orúkọ mi ò yí padà Wàdìgún lódòdó ràwọ̀ náà ni mò ń jẹ́ títí wádà sùkò yìí mi ìtajọ́ máa fojú rin yú lórí kan ni ìwò ti fi pẹ̀lú àkọ́tún ètò míì lọ́lọ́kan ọ̀jọ̀kan mo fi yín lẹ̀ báyìí sọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè ìṣọ́ àtààbò ẹ̀ kó dájú lórí wa o ire o.